Okay, girls, this is 2B, parallel lines. I know this was a favorite of everybody's last year. We got to remember a couple things. A transversal is a line that cuts two other lines. So that thing is called a transversal because it cuts two lines. The pair of angles formed by a transversal can be corresponding, like that. They can be alternate, so one on one side, one on the other of the transversal. These are on the same side of the transversal, but on like both the, I guess, the right-hand side of the lines, or co-interior, where they're between the two lines on the same side of the transversal. Okay, these lines aren't parallel. None of them are parallel. Oops, sorry, I got to move down. None of them are parallel, so it wasn't quite what we did last year at the minute, but it still talks about a transversal and the different kinds of angles we could get. Okay, now, if the lines are parallel, sorry about the camera, that was very dizzying. If the lines are parallel, they do not intersect. So these lines are parallel. We show the parallel lines with the same arrows. Okay? So corresponding angles are shown here. This is the transversal. Alternate angles are shown here. Two different kinds of alternate angles. And co-interior angles are shown there. So that's really good. We know they sum to 180, but we know these are equal. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to say corresponding angles are equal when lines are parallel. Okay, if the lines are parallel, the corresponding angles are equal. If the lines are parallel, the alternate angles are equal. And if the lines are parallel, the co-interior angles are supplementary. They add up to 180. Okay, now I'll try to get my camera a little bit better for the exercises here, the examples. So we want to find the value of the pronumerals in these diagrams. I'm going to use a red pen so you can see well. Well, this is, I'm going to give some reasons, okay? I can see here, that looks like corresponding to me. And if you go back and look at the pictures, I think it will be to you. So I'm going to go A equals 120 degrees, and I'm going to put in brackets corresponding. I could put corresponding between parallel lines, and that would be more correct, but I'll let you get off with that. B is from the work on 2A. It's one of these angles. It's also 120. It's vertically opposite. And C is, well, it's co-interior with B, and it's also in a straight line with A. So either one of those would be fine. It's 180 minus 120, because these two must add to 180, so it's 60 degrees. I'm going to put co-interior. Okay, that was good. Now look at this. I have two parallel lines here. I remember last year we did this, and it was really good. Some people really got into it, and they extended these lines, okay? Some people in my class, and I'm sure in the other classes too. So if we extend the lines, it's a little bit clearer about what we're dealing with sometimes. And I might look up there, try to ignore these and say, okay, 72 and B are co-interior. You know, they're between these two parallel lines, and that's the transversal. So there's the U shape. So 180 minus 72 gives me 108. So B is equal to 108 degrees, and I would say co-interior. Okay. And A is co-interior with 72 as well. It also has something that I think we learned about last year, that opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. But A is also equal to 108, and I'm going to say co-interior again. So sometimes the answers could be different. All right, here's your work. This isn't due for quite some time. I would expect that you might watch this video on Thursday night.